Hello everyone, Okuli here. Today we're gonna be looking at the next Champions meeting, Gemini High, which gonna be starting with the race card information. Alright. So first off we have Gemini High race card information. It's gonna be held in the Tokyo race course. The weather is gonna be sunny. It's a 1600 meter, which is a mile distances. The track is gonna be in a good track condition. And left turns and spring. Yep. That's like the basic causes, and the fact that this is a good track condition means that NTR's greens gonna be working this one as well. So yeah, speaking about greens, here are the green list. I take it from GameWiz. So yeah, there's a list of support card you can get the greens that you need with. So you can consider your deck to build your deck a little bit more precision. And having greens means that it's very good, especially with the left turn and spring girl. Alright. Okay. So let's take a look at the courses in the next section. Okay, so let's just take a look at the course that we're gonna be running in the next Champions meeting. So first off, we're gonna be starting at here, around this part. And then the opening leg is gonna be starting, and we're gonna be doing the opening leg until around this part of the race here, which I'm gonna be changing my pen colors. Okay. Now, this is the end of the opening leg and also the start of the middle leg. The middle leg is a little bit longer, as you can see. It's 800 meter. So the middle leg is gonna be until around this part of the races. Alright. And here's the end of the middle leg. I'm gonna change the color again and go for this one. And yeah, after that's gonna be the last leg. That's going to the end of the races, which gonna be here. Alright, so here is the three phases of the general Umamusume gameplay. So yeah, that's about it for the starting leg, middle leg, and the last leg, right? So what do we have to take a note here? So the first thing to note is the spurt timing, right? So at the beginning of the last leg, you're gonna be starting to accelerating until you get max speed and then rest to the end, right? So where's the spurt start? Watch it this spread, where this place, so this, right? If you look at it closely, it might look like the spurt start at straight here, right? Like the spurt start like very different, but there's a little bit of a space. So this is the last straight, right? Here around this part, this is the last straight, right? There's a little bit of a gap here, probably around 30 meter only. Yep, it's around 30 meter. Just a little bit of gap. This is a corner. This is the final corner, right? So what does this mean? This means that the spurt start at the final corners for 30 meter until it reaches the last straight. So how does this works? Okay. Okay, so this means that Seiyun works. First off, Seiyun Sky, Michiro Ryan, but Dobel doesn't work though, because Dobel is gonna be proxying around here. This is where Dobel is gonna be proxying. So there's no double here, just Ryan and Sales Guy for the corner part, right? So most of the corner is gonna be proxying right around this corner at the start of the last leg, which is a perfect timing for an acceleration skills. Okay, but with only 30 meter of delay, the last straight acceleration is gonna work as well. Something like straight shot, or yeah, something like straight shot, or any or passa out, which is the last straight acceleration skills, right? So that's gonna work as well as the acceleration on the last corner, right? Because we don't have much option to acceleration with, right? That's why we need to rely on this one. Okay, that's the first thing to note. All right, it's the last spurt time. Okay, what is the next thing to note? There's a two uphill here, right? Uphill, I'm gonna start marking up uphill. Okay, this is the first uphill. This is the first uphill. Yep, a little bit of uphill after the start, just by a little bit. So every uphill skill has a chance to proxy something like mountain climber, Jaja Umamusume, or any uphill related skill is gonna be proxying here, as well as here. Okay, this is where there's a lot of uphill around here with this part. Okay, like so yeah, there's two uphill sequence. So there's a 50% chance that your uphill skill is gonna be proxying in either one of these. But if it's proxying in this one and it's a mountain climber, it's gonna help you just a little bit. It's not much, to the point that it's gonna win you a game. but it's just a little bit of a note. If you have like mountain climbers available to you, just don't go desperately get mountain climber. It's not gonna help you much as you think it will help you. Yeah, but if there is only like one uphill here and there's no uphill here, I think mountain climber is gonna be a good choice. But yeah, for now it's just not the best thing to have in these races. Okay, now what is the next thing? The next thing is the downhill, right? The downhill is gonna be here. How do I mark downhill? Downhill is gonna be here. Just a little bit up here. It doesn't help much, by the way. There's nothing you can proc in this part and make them like useful. So I don't think you're gonna be using any of these up here at all. Okay, next up we have corners, right? So in this race it's gonna be a little bit different because you have only 2 corners in this race that you're gonna run past. Like what does this mean? Curve sommelier, which is an acceleration corner skill, is gonna be proxing in either of these. And you know, the spurt kind of start here, and if you proc a corner acceleration in here, it's gonna be really good, right? So yeah, if you're able to get a curve sommelier, you have allow 50% chance, a little bit lower than 50% chance, to make it good, a good procs in your acceleration phases. All right, because yeah, you have first off you have to check the 50-50, right? Is either in this corner or in this corner, but if you proc in the last corner, it's gonna be good for you. So curve sommelier, a good choice for anyone who's try harding. So yeah, that's a little bit of a good one as well. And half the cost is gonna be cutting around here. So Tower Cross, who have like the straight and more than half the race and a straight, is gonna be proxing around this part to this part, from this part to this part. So Tower with her huge speed skill might works, but it's not the best thing in the world. So yeah, another reason why Taishin is so good in this course is because the spur kind of starts straight and it's a mile distances. And she has like goal. She has a goal straight shot. She's the only one who has goal straight shot. So yeah, I think I will run Taishin myself. And that's about it for the course explanation. Feel free to leave a question down below about the courses. It might be a topic that is a little bit hard to understand. But yeah, I will see you in the next section. Okay, so after we take a look at the courses, here the recommended Umas, I will be starting with each of the position. Alright, starting with runners and the big runner or Onige if you prefer that. Okay, big runner for runners, I think Valentine Bourbon's gonna dominate again in these courses. Again, Same Sky can work, but she's gonna get countered by Summer Marusensky and Valentine Bourbon by a lot. So Same Sky can be a little bit weird to take on. But if you are running Same Sky, you'll be like, it's all or nothing, right? If you win hard. If you don't win, you just get countered so hard. That's the Same Sky stat. Alright. But Valentine Bourbon and Summer Marusensky are like one of the safest Umas to take on to your runner position. Okay, so what if I don't have a runners a lot Summer Marusensky or Valentine Bourbon or even Same Sky? Just take Siska. So take Siska on her Onige to counter all the runners that she is gonna be running your Champions meeting. Because this guy is made for like to counter this part, right? Even if you have to run our scenarios instead of make a new track, I think it's kind of worth it if you don't have like a good Umas to make for runners, because runners are like really meta right now. And yeah, for Ines Fujin, she can work as well because of the uphill around the part of the end, right? It's an uphill, right? So yeah, her skills kind of work out pretty well, but I don't think she will be a good competition against all the middle age runners, other runners in the game right now. Especially Valentine Bourbon and Summer Marusensky. Alright. Okay, so the inheritance skills of course gonna be Pasar and Sales Guy. You probably need both of these, so make sure your gene is ready. Because if you want to win as a runner, getting Sales Guy and Pasar is one of the key in this Champions meeting. Okay, next up is the normal skills. Of course, the skill that are required to have is either the ground works or Fortune Favor the Fast, right? Fortune Favor the Fast and ground works are very good start skills that runners and almost every runners kind of run in this meta. And yeah, it's a very good skill, so be sure to take it. Another interesting skill to take is the Speed Eater. Speed Eater kind of like a speed debuff to everyone that's that's behind you, especially other runners, right? So if you're winning in the middle leg, right, and you want to win even more, you get speed eater, and if you're speed eater, probably you speed down the other girls and you just speed up yourself up, and that's a very good debuff to have. All right. Okay, and yeah, all the other skill are like really the usual skill that you take, right? The status is like the same for every position. For runners, you might want to make a gust build, but if you can't afford a gust build, a speed in build is okay as well. Just be sure to get like 601 gust and 601 stamina. Why? Because the cost bonuses is stamina and gust. So having 601 stamina and gust kind of give you like it's a 15% increase on your speed in general, and that's a lot. If you ask me, that's a lot. So yeah, cost bonus is pretty important. Just be sure to get the required skill in this, and the other skill are very basics. You can get anything and it can work at Russell. Just get as much skill as you can. Okay. Next up is gonna be leaders. Okay, so for leader we have like both version of fire motion. Yeah, she's very good in the mile distances. National Flowers, Mommy Creek, yeah, both moms together. And Pasar, yep, Pasar is work here as well as an F2P option. All right. She's not like one of the best leaders Uma, but if you're free to play and you don't have like a good Umas to take on for leaders and you still want to use leaders anyway, Pasar is a good choice if you can make like a good one. All right. So inheritance skill, what should it be inheritance skill? First up, inheritance skill. It's gonna be Initial Flowers, Mommy Creek, and Bazaar. Yeah. Fire Motion got the best benefit because she can like guard all of this together. But I think 2 out of the 3 is gonna be enough for you to win the game. You don't have to take all 3 of them. Of course, that's the basic of this. Alright. Yeah. But if I have to choose 2 over the 3, I'm gonna choose National Flower and not Bazaar, maybe Bazaar, yeah. Pop Initial Flower and Bazaar, but they do still work very similar. You can like choose what you have to take for the inheritance skill, right? So yeah, the status are the same as the runners. The skills, on the other hand, if you have a chance to get head to head, just get head to head, and the other skills that increase your speed, just a lot of skill in general. Speed Star works here as well, so Speed Star are very good skill. Because the final corner acceleration has a chance to be good. Yeah. And the other skill that I have to note is probably the curve sommelier, right? The corner acceleration skill is good for leader as well. It's good for anyone actually. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, next up is the betweeners, right? The betweeners, these are the list of the betweeners that I think that will work in this. Okuri, of course, you work here. Ryan, of course, because of her ultimate. Okay. Wafuku City, the gold city in her kimono. It's gonna be a little bit of a dice roll. Because if she wins hard, kind of the same as this guy. But if she loses, she's gonna lose hard as well. Okay, about the new King Halo, I don't know how much performance she's gonna be putting on. Her ultimate is very good in this causes, including that is a good choice for inheritance skill as well. So yeah, so for betweener we have Anabolic, which is Ryan, and King Halo cheerleader in King Halo, and then the Maruseski out, which is a late frame gear, right? It kind of works here as well, but it's not the best choice. The 2 best choice is gonna be King Halo and Ryan, right? This is 2 of the best choice that you can get for the betweeners. Okay, the status are the same as well. Yeah, everyone kind of use the same stat these days. There's no stat difference, so just get as much as you can. So for betweener, the thing that you need to know is gonna be Big Strike and Switch Up Pro, right? Big Strike and Switch Up Pro are like really good skills for the last burst acceleration. Because if you dice roll, if you got a good rolls enough, you can like win the game simply because of those 2 skills. If they're proxying together at the start of last burst, you're just gonna win, man. And yeah, that's about it for the betweeners. And the next up is a Shisei, which is really interesting, right? So we have Narita Taishin and Taumo Cross. In theory, right? Okay, in theory, Taishin is gonna be better than Taumo Cross in all aspects because she have like gold, straight shot, right? And yeah, everything that she need to get for the acceleration. And everyone been saying like, yeah, Taishin's so good in cost, man. But I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical about Taishin. Maybe she don't need the meta. Maybe I'm just imagining things. But yeah, in theory, Taishin is gonna be the best here. And Tomo is gonna be the second choice if you don't have like Taishin, or if you just want to use Tomo Cross, she's kind of works as well. Might not be as good as like Taishin, but yeah, she kind of works, and that's all that matters, right? For the inheritance skill, is the same as between us. You have like Shielding Halo, Lion, and Red Flame Gear. Okay, for the skills for Chaser, the one that you probably want to take is Straight Shot. That's one of the best skill for Chasers to have. And Big Strike, Big Strike doesn't only work on betweeners, it works on mile distance, which means that Chaser can use them as well. So yeah, Big Strike, Straight Shot, try to get that if you can. Daring Attack is one of the better speed skill to have, right, in the game right now. So it's one of the good choice. And yeah, that's it for the character recommendation. So yeah, if you like the videos and you want me to make more, I do make this every month anyways. So yeah, feel free to subscribe if you like this content. And yeah, leave a comment if you have anything to ask, or if you have any comments on any skills or anything that you want to that I didn't make a list on. I encourage you to help everyone to build your best Uma on the new champions meeting. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.